Alright, listen up. Imagine for a moment a library that never forgets. Not just a building with dusty books, but a living, breathing archive of everything that ever was, is, or could be. Every single laugh you've ever shared, every quiet tear you've shed, every little white lie you've told, every monumental leap of courage you've taken, it's all etched onto its infinite shelves. We're talking about your personal cosmic hard drive, perpetually updated. 96% of humanity will never even know it exists. Yet every major spiritual tradition, from the ancient Vedic texts of India to the Hebrew Book of Life, whispers about this very same cosmic archive. It's the universe's own memory bank, holding not just facts, but the why behind every what. Stick around, because in the next few minutes, we're going to peel back the layers of this incredible story. And in the last 3, we're going to give you the exact 3-step protocol to open your file. No cloaks, no crystal balls, just access to your soul's blueprint. So where do we even begin with something so vast? Let's start with the name itself, Akasha. Say it out loud. Akasha. Doesn't it just taste like sky, like an open expanse? That's no accident. In Sanskrit, one of the oldest languages on Earth, Akasha literally means ether, space, or sky. It's considered the 5th fundamental element, the primordial substance from which earth, water, fire, and air all emerge. Think of it as the foundational stuff of reality, the invisible medium that holds everything together. The Rig Veda, a collection of hymns dating back some 3,500 years, describes it as a luminous substrate, a glowing, subtle field where the gods, like Indra, could read the deeds and destinies of mortals. Now, hop west for a moment. Ancient Mesopotamian tablets, thousands of years old, tell tales of gods meticulously recording human actions, not on fragile papyrus, but on clay that never crumbles. It's the same impulse, isn't it? Different cultures, different ink, but the same profound understanding. Reality isn't just a series of random events. It's stitched into an invisible, intelligent fabric that remembers absolutely everything. It's the universe's ultimate memory, constantly being written and updated. This isn't just some abstract philosophical concept. It's deeply embedded in our collective human story. Take Chitragupta, for instance. He's the Hindu celestial bookkeeper, an ethereal accountant, if you will. You'll often see him depicted with a pen that quite literally never runs dry, logging every single karma point, every intention, every consequence, onto a vast, metaphysical spreadsheet. He's not just tracking actions, he's recording the energetic imprint of every choice. And over in ancient Babylonia, they had their own version, the god Nabu, revered as the patron of scribes and wisdom, who was believed to etch the destinies and deeds of humanity onto unbreakable emerald tablets. Think about that for a second. Cultures separated by vast distances and millennia, yet the architecture of their cosmic understanding repeats. A divine scribe, an indestructible tablet, a vault of knowledge beyond the constraints of time. It's almost as if, long before we ever dreamed of Wi-Fi or cloud storage, humanity instinctively sensed a universal, spiritual cloud, where the soul's journey was meticulously documented. It's a testament to a shared human intuition that there's more to existence than meets the eye. A grand cosmic record-keeping system ensuring no experience is ever truly lost. Now, let's fast forward to 1875, New York City. The world is buzzing with scientific discovery, but also a profound fascination with the unseen, the mystical, the spiritual. This is where Helena Blavatsky, a formidable and controversial figure, steps onto the stage. She co-founds the Theosophical Society and, almost casually, drops the term Akashic Records directly into English parlance. Blavatsky claimed extraordinary clairvoyant journeys to remote Tibet, where she was allegedly shown these cosmic ledgers by enlightened masters, or Mahatmas. Suddenly, the idea isn't confined to ancient texts. It's a hot topic. Picture this: proper Victorian seance-goers in dimly lit London parlors, sipping tea, and then excitedly asking their mediums and spiritualists for their soul readouts from the Akashic Records. It was the ultimate Victorian Wi-Fi moment, a sudden public awareness of an invisible information network. Whether you consider Blavatsky a genuine mystic with profound abilities or a truly magnificent, imaginative storyteller, there's no denying her monumental impact. She mainstreamed the radical idea that history isn't just something that happened behind us. It's alive, accessible, and constantly updating, like a universal database. It's all online, she suggested. If only you knew the password. Fast forward again, this time to the mid-20th century, and things get really interesting. In 1952, the brilliant physicist Erwin Schrödinger, one of the fathers of quantum mechanics, mused openly about the possibility that consciousness itself might be a non-local field. What does that mean? Essentially, he was suggesting that our minds, our awareness, might not be confined to our individual brains, but could be part of something much larger, something universally interconnected. This wasn't some New Age guru. This was a Nobel Prize-winning scientist. Then, decades later, along comes systems theorist Ervin Laszlo, who brilliantly rebranded Akasha for the modern scientific mind. He introduced the concept of the A field, proposing it as a fundamental information layer of the universe where quantum ripples store and transmit data. Think of it as the universe's own holographic memory, an energetic blueprint underlying all of existence. The astonishing translation here is that mystics and materialists, who once seemed worlds apart, are now finding themselves in adjacent seats in the same intellectual stadium. Science hasn't definitively proven the Akashic records in a lab, no, but it has certainly stopped laughing at the question. In fact, it's actively exploring similar concepts of universal information fields and interconnected consciousness, bringing ancient wisdom and modern physics into a fascinating dialogue. So, if you access this cosmic library, what do you actually see? That's where it gets wonderfully personal. People who access their records report a truly diverse spectrum of experiences. For some, it manifests as a vast crystalline library, sparkling with light, where every book holds a life story. For others, it's more like a holographic television menu, where you can intuitively browse through different timelines, choices, and potential paths. Still others describe it as a quiet, knowing voice that answers your questions before you even fully articulate them. The form you see often shifts and adapts to fit the individual perceiver, leveraging your own intuitive language and mental imagery. But here's the consistent part. The content remains absolutely objective. It's never judgmental, never preachy. It offers unbiased information about your choices, your innate gifts, your soul's contracts, and yes, all that unfinished homework you've been carrying across lifetimes. It's like Google meets your most insightful therapist meets a mirror that doesn't flatter, but only shows you the profound truth of who you are and why you're here. It's a profound, multi-dimensional database of your soul's journey, waiting to be explored. Alright, let's get real. If you're between, say, 29 and 44, chances are you've hit that two-word wall more than once. Now what? You've probably navigated career shifts, questioned relationships, maybe even stared blankly at your life and wondered if this is it. This isn't just a quarter-life crisis, it's a soul-searching imperative. The Akashic records aren't going to tell you which stock to buy or predict next week's lottery numbers, let's be clear. But what they will do is flag the patterns. They'll highlight that recurring tendency you have to, say, repeatedly ditch a promising path the moment visibility drops to zero, or to sabotage a relationship just as it gets serious. They illuminate the energetic blocks and karmic influences that might be silently steering your ship. Knowing these patterns, understanding the root causes of your recurring challenges, is incredibly empowering. It allows you to stay in the cockpit during turbulence, rather than ejecting into yet another shiny new job, city, or relationship that feels perfect until, well, it doesn't. For this age group, who are often focused on discovering genuine soul purpose, aligning career goals with personal values, and building meaningful relationships, the records offer unparalleled clarity. They help you release emotional baggage, set healthy boundaries, and make decisions that truly resonate with your soul's deepest intentions, moving you beyond mere external expectations toward true fulfillment. Now, let's be absolutely clear. This isn't some cosmic vending machine where you insert a question and out pops a perfect life. You're still going to pay your taxes, you'll still need to floss your teeth, and yes, you'll still have to update your resume from time to time. The records supply context, profound insight, and a deeper understanding of your journey. You still have to supply the elbow grease, the conscious effort, and the willingness to integrate that wisdom into your daily life. If your query is something like, should I ghost my boss because I'm bored? Frankly, you should expect either a resounding silence or perhaps a touch of cosmic sarcasm. The records operate from a space of unconditional love and highest good. So, come with accountable questions. Ask things like, what core belief is currently blocking my financial abundance? Or, how can I better understand the dynamics in my current relationship to foster deeper connection? When you approach the records with genuine curiosity and a desire for growth, you can expect truly usable, transformative intel. It's about self-responsibility, not cosmic shortcuts. If this deep dive into the Akashic records is clicking with you, if it's sparking something inside, then please, tap that subscribe button right now. It really helps the algorithm know you want more of these deep dives that skip all the fluff and get straight to the good stuff. Alright, the moment you've been waiting for. This is the exact easy-to-follow protocol to begin accessing your own Akashic record. No gurus needed, just your intention and a few simple steps. Consent and clarity. This is foundational. You wouldn't walk into a physical library and just start rifling through files without permission, would you? The Akashic records are no different, but the permission comes from you and the universal energetic framework. So, find a quiet space, take a deep breath, and state aloud, clearly and with intention, I request access to my Akashic record for the highest good, harming none. This isn't about drama, it's about precision. This declaration sets your intention, ensures ethical access, and signals to the energetic gatekeepers that you're approaching this sacred space with respect and purpose. It's like telling the universe, I'm ready for my truth, and I'm doing it consciously. Gate and key. Now let's get you to the entrance. Close your eyes gently. Begin a simple breathing exercise. Inhale slowly for a count of 4, hold for a moment, and then exhale slowly for a count of 8. This longer exhale helps to calm your nervous system and shift your brainwaves into a more receptive state. As you exhale, mentally chant the bija mantra HAM, pronounced like hum, but with a soft A. This ancient Sanskrit sound is specifically associated with the ether element, with Akasha itself, and vibrating it helps to attune your energy to that subtle realm. As you continue this breath and mantra, begin to visualize. See a magnificent, sturdy mahogany door, perhaps with gleaming brass hinges, appearing before you. This is your personal gateway. Feel its presence. When that door feels ready, when it feels right, visualize it gently swinging open. And as it does, notice who or what is waiting to greet you as the librarian. It could be a wise old owl, a serene robed figure, a vibrant burst of light, or even a future version of yourself wearing surprisingly better shoes. Trust whatever image or feeling arises. This is your guide, your gatekeeper to your own information. Query and receipt. You're in. Now what do you ask? The key here is to ask one single open-ended question. Avoid yes/no questions as they limit the information you can receive. Instead, formulate something like, show me the core belief that is currently blocking my next career move. Or, what past life lesson is influencing my current relationship patterns? Keep it clear, concise, and focused on your personal growth. Once you've asked, the crucial part is to remain passive. Don't force an answer. Don't try to figure it out. Instead, simply observe. Information can arrive in countless ways, as vivid images flashing through your mind, as subtle sensations in your body, as a clear, quiet sentence forming in your inner ear, or even as a sudden, profound knowing. Just allow it to come. When you feel the information has been received, or when the connection begins to fade, take a moment. Silently or verbally, thank your librarian and the records for the guidance. Then, visualize yourself gently stepping back through the mahogany door, allowing it to close behind you. Immediately, within 60 seconds of opening your eyes, write down everything you remember. Every image, every feeling, every word, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. Symbolic short-term memory fades incredibly quickly, like dream vapor, so capture it before it's gone. You've just accessed a profound energetic space, and just like after a deep meditation or an intense workout, a little post-access hygiene is crucial. First, ground yourself. This helps you integrate the information and return fully to your physical body. Eat some protein, a handful of nuts, a piece of fruit. Walk barefoot on the grass or earth for a few minutes. If you're feeling a little wobbly, even holding a metal spoon, like your grandma might have sworn by for a headache, can help. Next, and this is important, skip the rabbit hole rush. Resist the urge to dive back in for at least 48 hours. Overindulgence in Akashic access can trigger something akin to existential jet lag. You might find yourself making fuzzy decisions, experiencing strange, vivid dreams, perhaps about spreadsheets chasing you if you asked about your career, or just feeling generally unmoored. Give yourself time to process, integrate, and allow the insights to settle into your conscious awareness. This isn't a race, it's a journey of deep integration. So, You've accessed your record, you've got some intel. Now what? Let's talk about transforming that mystical insight into tangible, real-world results. Imagine you accessed your records and saw yourself as a 19th century typesetter, someone whose meticulous work was often ignored, whose voice was rarely heard in the busy print shop. The translation? Modern workplace meetings might paralyze you because, energetically, history is repeating itself. That deep-seated pattern of feeling unheard is playing out again. The remedy? Consciously commit to speaking within the first 90 seconds of every meeting. It doesn't have to be profound, just a simple observation or question. You're actively rewiring that ancient soul memory with new, empowered muscle memory. The result? You might just find yourself getting that promotion, or at the very least experiencing the thrill of not self-editing yourself into invisibility anymore. It's about recognizing the pattern, and then consciously choosing a new response. This same powerful process applies beautifully to the often complex world of romance and relationships. We had a client who, after accessing her records, discovered a past life vow she'd made. "I'll never leave these walls again," uttered in the aftermath of a devastating siege. Suddenly, she connected the dots to her current, very real, studio apartment hermit habit. She claimed she wanted a deep, committed relationship, but she was unconsciously repelling every opportunity, retreating into her safe, familiar space. The insight from her record allowed her to see the energetic root of her behavior. Her homework? A symbolic act of breaking that ancient vow. She wrote the sentence on a piece of paper, acknowledged its past purpose, and then ceremonially burned it, releasing its hold. Within weeks, she experienced a profound shift, opening space for the kind of relationship she had truly desired but kept unconsciously blocking. It's about identifying those hidden contracts and consciously choosing to rewrite them. You don't need a full hour-long meditation every day to tap into this wisdom. The records can become a valuable tool for daily guidance. Here's a micro-practice. During your morning commute, instead of doom scrolling through social media, take just 30 seconds. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and silently ask your records, "What is the theme for my day?" Don't expect a novel. You might receive a single word, perhaps leverage, patience, laughter, or flow. That single word then becomes your steering wheel for the day. When decisions arise, when challenges appear, you can check in. How does leverage apply here? It takes less time than making coffee, and I promise you, it beats caffeine for mental sharpness and intuitive guidance. It's about consciously setting your energetic compass for the day ahead. Sometimes you'll sit down, follow the steps, and crickets, or maybe just static. Don't fret, it happens. There are typically 3 main culprits. First, dehydration. Seriously, your energetic body needs water to conduct information. If you're not well hydrated, your connection can feel fuzzy. Simple fix, drink some water. Second, a hidden agenda. If your conscious question is one thing, but your subconscious desire is another. For example, how can I serve humanity? But secretly, you just want to get rich quick. The records will pick up on the disconnect. Rephrase your question inward. Get honest with yourself about your true motivation. And third, asking for someone else without their permission. The records are incredibly strict about privacy. You can't go poking around in your ex-partner's file unless they explicitly ask you to. Mind your own psychic yard. The gatekeepers are very particular about boundaries, and for good reason. Address these 3, and you'll likely find your signal clearing right up. This is a powerful tool, and with great power comes, well, you know the drill. Ethics in Akashic work are non-negotiable. The golden rule is simple. You only read for yourself, or for another person with their explicit, conscious permission. Reading for ex-partners, current competitors, or even your own children without their direct request is absolutely off-limits. Why? Beyond the obvious privacy concerns, there's an energetic feedback loop. Violate this rule, and you might find yourself experiencing sudden bouts of insomnia, inexplicable tech glitches, or perhaps losing your car keys exactly when you're already running late. It's not punishment. It's a gentle yet firm energetic nudge from the universe. Akashic karma, you see, tends to be instant. The universe invoices fast, so let's keep it clean, respectful, and always consensual. Even with this protocol, there might be times when you feel stuck in loops you just can't decode on your own. That's perfectly normal. And it's when a certified professional Akashic record reader can be incredibly helpful. Think of them as translators. They've trained to navigate the records and interpret the nuanced information, helping you understand what you might be missing. My advice? Budget for one session with a reputable reader. Get that crucial insight, and then, crucially, learn to fish for yourself using the protocol we just covered. Be wary of red flags, though. Anyone promising lottery numbers, cursing dark energy that only a $999 candle can fix, or telling you you're cursed? Run. Fast. A good reader empowers you. They don't create dependency or fear. They'll help you unlock your own ability to connect. So, there you have it. The Akashic Records. The original cloud storage. Older and infinitely more vast than any server farm on Earth, and your data is perfectly intact. We've journeyed through history, seeing how seers, scribes, and even modern scientists have circled around the same profound idea, that memory, consciousness, and information live far beyond the confines of our individual brains. It's a universal archive, a living library of everything. Now, you have the three-step protocol, consent, gate, query, to begin tapping into this incredible resource yourself. Use it wisely, and you can convert that mystical intel into real-world results. Better financial decisions, healthier, more fulfilling love, and a sense of purpose that feels less like a hand-me-down, and more like custom tailoring designed just for your soul. Your personal record isn't a dusty relic of the past. It's live, it's updating right now, and it's waiting for you. Open it wisely, apply its wisdom boldly, and watch as your next chapter truly writes itself, aligned with your highest truth. If you got value from this, if it resonated, then please share this with just one friend. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for next week's episode. Until then, keep your feet on the ground.